Hi, this is Andy with Rapid Scan 3D. Thank you for joining us on this webinar. Today we're going to be showing you the Solutionix C500 Structured Light 3D Scanner. This scanner has an array of lenses and a projector that are interchangeable and can be used for various sized objects. Right now we have the 300 millimeter lenses on here. We're going to be scanning a piston rod in just a few quick simple scans. What's great about this scanner is, as I mentioned, we have interchangeable lenses, so you could scan objects as small as about 2 inches all the way up to about 20 inches on this turntable, and the head is actually removable, the scan head, and you can put that on a tripod for even larger objects. So this automated turntable has 3 different axes that it turns on. What we're going to do is we are going to look at the Easy Scan software right here. So what you're going to do to start off, you can check the auto brightness, and what this is going to do is this is going to look at the part and it's going to automatically adjust the brightness level for perfect scanning. As I mentioned, this is fully automated, so all you have to do is click auto, and the scanner is going to adjust to where you want to start off. And what you see here is this is an optional function to where you can actually set your scanning area just so you don't capture what you don't need. So I'm just going to raise that up just a little bit. One thing I want to point out is you see these 2 little parts holding down the object. Now those will be captured during scanning but very easily removed, and since we're going to be scanning at 2 to 3 different angles, setups I should say, those can be taken out and they will be captured in other scans. So as you see, we're already scanning. One thing you'll notice is we did have to spray this part. As with any structured light scanner, shiny areas are a little bit hard to capture, but we did spray this with a vanishing spray, and that helps to dull down the shine. This scanner does also have the ability to capture full color as well. We're not doing that in this scan because it is pretty monochrome. You're not going to need that. This is for inspection. So you'll see that this scan is about 12 different locations, and there are a couple of default scan paths that are already set up in the software. But what's great about the Easy Scan software is you can set up your own scan paths. So if you need it to be on only a rotation, you can use it for only the rotation. If you need it to be at various degrees because of hard to reach areas, not a problem. You can enter all that in. So we have just about 1 or 2 more scans. And we're done. So one thing I want to point out, once this is done, there are a couple of areas that it looked like the scanner did not get. So what you're going to see here, you see the 10 plus or the 1 plus. So you can add 1 scan where you feel like the scanner may have missed, or you can click the 10 plus and it's going to go to 10 other locations that maybe the scanner didn't get. So what we can do is we can rotate around. We see that it got that side, but not that side so much. So let's hit plus 10. We're going to do 10 more scans. And then it will get those angles that we did not get. And again, since we are doing this in multiple setups, 2 to 3, we'll be sure to get those in other scans without an issue. And then what we're going to do after this is we are going to inspect this part against the CAD model that we already have. So you can actually rotate this as it's scanning just to kind of get a better look at what maybe you did or did not capture. And all the different colors you see here on the screen, this is just raw scan data. They're all going to be from these various scans. And pardon the squeak on here. We need to kind of take this apart and grease it up a little bit. One thing, if you are scanning and you do have to spray your part, please note, do not spray your part on the turntable. That's why ours is squeaking. Okay, just a few more scans, and we should be good for that first setup. Okay, so we are done with that first scan. Everything looks okay. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to flip the part. And these are held by very easily, just tension. That's all you gotta do is push it down and we're pretty good to go. All right, so now let's take this off. We're gonna do our auto brightness again. And you can actually click on a spot that you think will be hard for the scanner to reach, and that's another way of clicking auto brightness. So here we go. We are going to scan one more time. Actually, I think that's a little high, so you want just a little bit of red in there. Okay, we're going to set our scan view again. And it will not really pick up the table too much because it is black. All right, and we're going to do our scans again. Okay, now the scanner has returned to home. We can check our areas where we need to get. Okay, so we're not too worried about this side right here that we did not get because that was captured in the previous scan. So now all we need to do to start off is remove the little clamps right here. Very easy. You can actually zoom in really, really close here. And again, it's okay if you cut off some of that area that you already got because that's just going to be in your other scan. Okay, so that's one. Deletes very easily. So that's on the second scan. Now we're going to go back to our first scan, do the same thing there. Sometimes you get it real nice like this to where it's already separated. Okay, and now what we want to do is we want to take both of these and align them. So we're going to go to manual align, and all we have to do are pick a few common points on both scans. So as we can see, where the logo is down here, that is obviously the opposite side. So we can turn it this way. And like I said, just a few common points. And if you look at that, I only picked one point and it's already almost aligned. But what we want to do just to make it perfect, let's just pick a few others. Excellent. We can click apply. And you could do this if you have 2 scans, if you have 10 scans. The software is very intuitive. As you can see, it snapped it together. We click refine, and we're good to go. So there may be a little bit of missing data here. If that's something we see, we can always go back and scan again. So now we do a global align just to kind of freshen everything up. And now we're going to create our mesh. So a couple of different choices here. Usually we never need to go Ultra HD. HD is a great way to go. Watertight mesh will fill any holes that we may have. You can click Optimize Mesh, where it will already bring down the polygon count for you. Right now you could see our vertices were around 3 million, and if you have it set, it's usually about 50%, but you really do not lose that much resolution. So what I'm going to do is I am going to show you just our normal way of creating the mesh, show you some other functions that are in here, and we're pretty much done. All we have to do is then save it and send it directly to an inspection software, or if this is something where you have a legacy part that does not have any CAD files, you can then bring this into a design software such as Geomagic Design X and bring that in and start creating your 3D model. For inspection, we like to use Geomagic Control X. Right, this software is pretty quick, does a really nice job. Also, this software is free and comes with the scanner. You can download it on as many scanners, or sorry, as many computers as you like. Okay, here is our model. And you can see some really nice data here. You can go in, you can actually see the mating lines where everything was done when it was manufactured. So what I want to do, I purposely left a couple of holes here just so you could see some of the other functions. So we're going to go down here right now. We're going to decimate this just a little bit. You can set your compression ratio, so 50% is going to cut everything in half. We're at 1.3 million polygons. Let's just let that run because decimated file is always easier to work with. And what's great about this software, again, is you really do not suffer too much loss in resolution. Look at that. We're already done. You don't even notice a difference. Okay? So now what we want to do is we want to fill some holes here. So you can tell the software to find holes for you. It finds it already. So we're going to click on that. We're going to say fill. If we go somewhere else, we can fill that. And I won't fill every single one just to kind of show you what the software is capable of. So we click apply and look at that. Could barely even tell. All right, so some really, really nice data here. So if you were looking at this for reverse engineering purposes, you really don't need to go around and fill every hole. It's going to be very easy. It's somewhat of a simple part. If we are going for inspection, you definitely do not want to fill anything because you are actually adding data that is not there. So because we do have these holes, if we wanted, even at this point in the scanning and processing, we could still go back and scan again. All right. Well, thank you very much. This was a nice, quick webinar showing you exactly how we can scan with the Solutionix C500. Please feel free to shoot us an email with any questions. You can reach us at info@rapidscan3d.com, or you can call us at 562-912-3544. Thank you so much.